What's this about? It's all about cryptocurrency, and we all know where cryptocurrency is going. If it's your first time on the call, I welcome you. If you've been on the call before, welcome too. But take some notes, because cryptocurrency, guys, is taking over the financial world right now. There's a big shift happening now, and nobody can stop it. Bitcoin has led the way, but now there's other emerging cryptocurrencies that are soon going to catch up and maybe one day pass out Bitcoin. Who knows? What did Richard Branson have to say? It feels strange to think of a world without cash, but it appears that's the way things are heading. Bill Gates, founder of Microsoft. In the future, financial transactions will be digital, universal, and almost free. So cryptocurrency, who started it? Satoshi Nakamoto in 2008. To this day, nobody knows who Satoshi Nakamoto is. To this day. But what Satoshi had and looked out into the marketplace, and what he saw was a lot of corruption, a lot of charges, a lot of fees, and he wanted to do an experiment, and he wanted to create his own currency. Like if you look at Western Union, the charge they have an average 10%. Look at the banks. Look at PayPal. They close down more accounts than they open. Look at even like a one that I love myself is Nutella, but it has their own challenges. I know people who've done Bitcoin transactions there and they've got their accounts frozen. You know, so like who can you trust? And what Satoshi wanted to do was bring it back to the start of time. He wanted to change everything back to the start of time of where things started. It's called bartering. When time began, it was me and you. I trust you. You know, you give me a chicken and I trade that for a bit of fish, and that's what was called bartering. Then as time pushed on, things evolved. People started exchanging silver. Then they started exchanging gold. And then what happened then with the gold? Money came. And what they do with the money? They backed the money with the gold. Then it was either 69 or 79. Nixon says, they trust this paper stuff now. There's no need to back up by gold anymore. One of the biggest mistakes ever made in America. And what happened then when they ran out of money? They decided, let's go with credit cards, because people won't look for all the money. And now, as we know, the financial situation in the world is in a mess. Everybody, if you're tuned in or switched on to what's going on in the world, knows this. Bitcoin was predicted years before it came. So Satoshi had an experiment that he wanted to create his own currency where it was me trusting you. So I can send you Bitcoin, and for those of you who don't understand Bitcoin, think of it as digital gold. It's virtual. I can send you 10,000 worth of Bitcoin right now, and only me and you knows about that transaction. It's like bartering. It's back. It's gone the whole universal and evolution has gone back to the start of time in Bitcoin. And people didn't believe in Bitcoin, but people who saw the vision, very important, who saw the vision, got in there at the very start. And one lucky man, I won't say lucky, one visionary, purchased Bitcoin for $27 in 2009. He forgets about him. Look what happens, guys. In 2013, he finds out they are worth $886,000. I believe what I'm going to show you today, we have an opportunity to make this a reality. And anybody who knows me, I don't throw silly figures out there. I'm very real. I say it as it is, and this is what I believe. I believe we have something so special right now that we're going to change the markets full time. What has been the biggest challenge up to this day? Think about this, guys. Think about this. What's been the biggest challenge with Bitcoin and cryptocurrency? Trying to get it into the mainstream. Okay, I'm a Bitcoin fan. I love Bitcoin. Bitcoin for me is brilliant, so I'm a Bitcoin fan. But going into the shops and asking a shop to accept Bitcoin, they say, what's Bitcoin? You're trying to explain a wallet, and that adoption has never happened to this day. It is getting more popular, but that adoption hasn't happened yet. And some people believe that's because it's decentralized. That's because governments don't know who's sending and receiving the money. So governments are trying to put a stop to it. But Whether we like it or not, Bitcoin is becoming more regulated. Now with some exchanges, you have to do KYC. But I'm going to talk about a coin now that is going down the regulation road. A cryptocurrency, I believe, will be the first cryptocurrency that goes to the mainstream. Can you imagine being a part of the first cryptocurrency that hit the mainstream? And you saw the vision before the coin was on the market. Now, envision where you'll be in 5 years' time if you are that person. Look at Bitcoin when it started, when nobody believed. The price pivoted along. I won't go into the technical details. As I says, over the next few weeks and months, we're going to cover a lot of webinars. It won't be this webinar every day. It won't be the same topic every day. But just because we're starting, we're getting people used to it and understanding. We're going to do a whole array of webinars. Some webinars will be solely on how to set up a blockchain account and Bitcoin technology. So we're going to do one training on the back office. So it won't be repetitive, same webinars every day. And what's very important, you won't be listening to my voice every day. You'll be hearing from Fraser. You'll be hearing from Matthias. We'll be bringing Blair Baker on the calls. We'll be bringing other leaders on the call. There's plenty of leaders out there. And what we want to do is have as many leaders step up and do the webinars. Because you don't want to be listening to the same voice all the time. It's good to hear a different voice, you know. So we want as many leaders to step up and say, listen, I want to do the webinar. And no problem. And that's what we want. We want our team members. We are the Diamond team. And our goal is to help every single person in our team to evolve in personal development, move on with themselves, you know, start doing webinars, start doing meetings, you know. There's a lot more to networking than just networking, you know. And so we as a team want to help all our people achieve their goals. And that's what we mean. Right now, we're one of the fastest growing groups in the world across the industry in multi-level marketing. And I say that humbly, not ego-y. Because we're after producing in this company in the past week 95% of the sales. So another company we were with, we did the same thing, you know, and we do that because we have a very, very good core group of leaders. And now what we're trying to do is develop more leaders within that group and expand. Me and Matthias just came back from a 3-week tour to Asia, and on that tour we connected with more youth leaders now across the Asian market, which we're going to do a tour every quarter, you know. So we put a lot of work into this, and before we decide to join a company, we put a lot of work into that too, to making sure it's the right company for our team. This statement here is really, really important by the man Sir Richard Branson himself. Bitcoin may not be the perfect global currency of the future yet, but it's the pioneer of the global currency. There will be other currencies like it that may be even better. Sir Richard Branson, founder of Virgin Group. Let me explain this again, the second part. There will be other currencies like it that may be even better. I want to put this thought in your head. What if that's DasCoin? Okay, what if that's DasCoin? Blair Baker, the co-founder of FXCM, the largest trading brokerage firm in the world, is one of the guys, not the owner, one of the guys involved with this company. Why do I say this, guys? Why am I saying this? The reason I think this is going to be different to every other company out there is because of this. These 4 people here. George has never been involved in networking ever. Terry Ahern has never been involved in networking. I can get you all their bios, very, very big business people. John Preto has been. He has been involved in networking. And Michael Matthias, mainly though on an executive level. Okay, on an executive level. In the last year, they have looked at other companies in the cryptocurrency market and have purchased their coins to get a feel for the industry, to get a feel for what they were doing. Okay, so two of the owners have never ever been involved, and 2 have, but mainly on the executive level. What I believe what these guys are doing different, they do many things, but one of the main things is this. And we're going to have Blair Baker join us for, over the next few days on a webinar, and he's going to explain this in detail. But that'll be after the leaders event this weekend in Serbia. There's a company called Apple Computers. I think everybody knows about Apple Computers. Every second person has an iPhone. Well, Apple Computers launched a very cool application called Apple Pay. Instead of carrying all your Visa cards in your back pocket, you can put them all into this application. There is 10 million stores around the world right now that accept Apple Pay. 10 million. Over the next 6 to 12 months, that's going to go through the roof. Within 2 years, nearly every single place that accepts Visa and MasterCard will accept Apple Pay. Google what I'm telling you. Now, here's the exciting bit, guys. Blair Baker's friends are the people who put the Apple Pay together with that underlying software. And they're working with DasCoin. So watch this now. The biggest challenge so far has been trying to get Bitcoin and cryptocurrency to the mass market, because they're trying to teach the mass market. That's the biggest challenge. But anywhere now that accepts Apple Pay will accept DasCoin, even though they don't have to know about cryptocurrency. They don't even have to know you have cryptocurrency in your Apple Pay application. Stop and think about that for a second, guys. This has never, ever, ever been done before, ever. This is the reason me and Matthias have gone to the great lengths. There's now 40 leaders flying in for the weekend. 40 leaders all flying in. You know, that's going to come at a huge expense, okay? But we believe, me and Matthias believe, everything is going to be well worth it, because our leaders trust us, and they have followed us, and we've put all this together to fly all them in for the weekend to meet the owners of the company and leave them hear what we heard in the last 2 weeks. I believe when our leaders hear the vision of this company in the weekend, I'm so excited. I can't wait to go. This is going to go absolutely crazy. It's going crazy as it is. Everyone online is talking about DasCoin and coin leaders, but when they see the vision, like after this weekend, they go crazy. We have people coming from all over the world. Every different part of the world, we have people flying in. You know, so some of the biggest leaders in the world will be in the room, and I just can't wait for all the leaders to hear the vision. I really can't. Now, I'm just going to go through this slide here. I'm going to come back to this slide in a minute. But I want to show you now, right now, we have an affiliate program. Okay? Very, very simple. You get 20% commission up front, matching bonus, 30% on the first level, 40% on the second level, 50% on the third level. Huge, huge. Okay? Very good for now. That's okay for now. This is the exciting part. On the 18th of November, the date will be confirmed 100% after the survey event next week. Depends on the programming and making sure everything is ready. Affiliate program will be going over to a binary. And Matthias is waiting on 1 or 2 details from the company on qualifications before he can do the webinar of exactly the structure of binary in the exact right way. We're just waiting for 1 or 2 small tweaks, and then we'll be advising people of how they should structure the binary to maximize the profits, which is really, really exciting. If you look out there, guys, and look at some of the biggest companies, I won't give any names, in particular one, they have so many people, they have over 2 million people, but they have a binary compensation plan, and these people are making so much money, it's insane, you know. And I think with the power of the product we have, and with a binary, oh my God, it's just, in my 8 years working online, I've never seen something with this power of this magnitude of where this can go. Now, there's been a few different stages, okay? We have to start somewhere. So, we start with an internal exchange, okay? If this was always going to stay in internal exchange, I wouldn't be on this webinar right now, nowhere. What's going to happen though, is going to go from the internal. Then the second stage, rebate currency and select merchants on an e-commerce platform. Third stage, expanded e-commerce platform plus select websites. The fourth stage, expanded online businesses and some brick and mortar businesses. And fifth stage, internal acceptance throughout the world. And we are going to the external exchange. That is the key. We're going to the external exchange where Blair Baker and his team have huge experience. As I said, he's the co-founder. Google this, guys, FXCM. The largest trading brokerage firm in the world. These are the guys working with this company. It's huge. What this is not, it's not a regulated industry. It's not an equity investment. Okay? And it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. DasCoin's 1-year growth predictions. Now look at this line. Nothing goes in a straight line forever. It'll go up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. Starting at 48 cents, going all the way to 338, they believe in a year. This is a projection. Look at the disclaimer at the bottom. The price chart presented is based solely on predictions and is not a financial forecast for DasCoin growth. It's a prediction. Okay, but look, it's all about utility. When you bring value to the product, and we bring in value with the Apple Pay solution. I asked Blair Baker, what's the chance of you pulling this off? Is there a chance we might not? He goes, Paul, the software is there, everything is ready. We just have to have coin leaders ready, tell us we're ready, when they're ready, because with the member base, when it's the right time to launch it. It's not the right time to launch it, no. We're going to build the company, build the infrastructure, get everything ready, get the member base there, because you need demand for the product. Like you look, when Bitcoin started, there was no demand for the product. Within 2 or 3 years, the demand was crazy and the price went up. Remember, oil, supply and demand equals the price. Okay, if supply goes down and demand goes up, what happens? The price goes up. So again, you know, it's all about supply and demand and doing it at the right time. That's just the same chart again. Again here, this is just the kind of the foundation where they started. The charter sale begins in June 15, 2016. People got in then. Some very lucky people had a vision. I wish I saw it then. Charter sale ends June 30, 2016. And then over here, the affiliate stage starts, which we're in now in July 1. Over to November, the advocate stage begins in Dubai the 18th, which is the exciting part, the start of the binary. I cannot wait for the start of the binary. Then in January, DasCoin emissions begins in Hong Kong, January the 14th, 2017, and stage 1 of the coin utility begins in April. We'll be going to the open exchange, very important. This is not just money for the internet. This is internet for the money. Andreas Antonopoulos. So what I'm going to do now I'm actually going to bring Fraser in now. I explained this yesterday, and so we'll have a fresh voice today. And so Fraser, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Paul. Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you loud and clear. If you want to take over from here and explain this bit, please.
Yeah, fantastic, guys. Listen, thanks, Paul, for allowing me to join your webinar. And I want to say a big thank you to Paul and Matthias, because without their continued hard work and traveling throughout the world, we just would not have come across this very special opportunity. So it's down testament to you guys, your hard work and commitment, that we are here on this webinar today. Very, very exciting. The last year has been great, but this is going to be one humdinger of a business. So thank you to you guys. Okay, guys, I've done a little bit of video on this this morning, to be honest with you, and put that in the Facebook groups and the WhatsApp groups. But let me go through that again. So first and foremost, we've got the various 5 packages: the 100, the 500, the 2,000, the 5,000, and the 25,000 euro packages. And really, it's exceptionally important when you first come into the business that you choose the correct package. And what do I mean by that? Well, look, some of us have a budget, and so we don't have much of a choice about how much we're going to purchase the first license. So it might be our budget is only 100 euros or 500 euros. What I'm talking to the people that have the budget, that have the affordability to get maybe the 5 or the 25 or the 2,000 euro package. This real bit is really important for you guys, because what happens is that when you purchase your first license, and because we're in the affiliate program, that you can only have 1 license per account. So let's say, for instance, you come in at the 100 euro package. You're going to get 1,265 cycles. Paul, can you just bring up the calculator? You've got the presenter. If you can do the calculation bit at the side.
Okay. So 1 second. I know I bring this up for you. Can you see everything, Fraser? Yeah.
Yeah, got it. So with the 100 euro package, you've got 1,265 cycles. Now, as you can see with the 100 euro package, you get 1 upgrade. What does that mean? Well, that pretty much means that figure, the 1265, is going to double over a period of time. So we're going to times that by 2, and that's going to give us 2530. That is the maximum reward of cycles that we will get for that €100 license. What we now have to do is we have to divide that by the current frequency rate. Now, the current frequency rate is at 3.7, but I want to just do it based on the presentation we have in front of you. When we first started, it was at 3.3. So we divide 2530 by 3.3, and that will give us the amount of coins, the maximum reward coins that we will get with purchasing that license. That's 767 coins. Yeah? Now, if we go and look at one of the higher packages, so Paul, if we go to maybe the 5,000 package,
yeah,
you can see there we've got the 74,750. That's the maximum cycles. But you can see now that there's a difference here, guys. You get 2 upgrades with the £5,000 license. So we're going to times that by 2. That is the first upgrade. And then we're going to times it again by 2. That is the second upgrade. So just short of 3 million coins. We're then going to divide it by the current frequency rate, which is 3.3. And that will give us the amount of maximum coins that account will give us, 90,606 coins. And finally, let's just go on to the last one, Paul, if we can.
Yeah. So
the €25,000 package, the pièce de résistance, what we've got here is 737,750 cycles. So let's take that figure, 737,750 on the calculator.
Yeah, okay, three. Yep.
Okay, now you can see that the President's package, that gives you 3 upgrades, guys. Okay, so we're going to times that figure by 2. That gives us the first upgrade. We're going to times it again by 2. That gives us the second upgrade. And then we're going to times it again by 2 to give us the third upgrade. So now again we've got just short of 3 million coins. We're going to divide that by 3.3, the current frequency rate, and that's going to give us 906,060 coins. Here's the key, guys. If in January to April this coin gets valued just at 10 cents, and Paul will just do this on the calculator, if you times this by 10 cents, you're going to get 90 grand return for your €25,000 spend. That's 3 times the value and some. Yeah? Now I'm telling you now, we've been told by the company that in January, the frequency lock may be up at 6. So Paul, let's just do a comparison with that.
Yep. Okay, so we have 3.
So it's 737,750.
Yeah.
And we're going to times it by 2 to get the first upgrade. We're going to times it by 2 again to get the second upgrade. And we're going to times it by 2 again to get the third upgrade. But this time we're going to divide it by the projected, and this is only a projection of a frequency rate of 6. And that will give us how much maximum coins we will get probably January, February next year. Look at that, guys. We've gone from 900,000 to just short of 500,000. And if you times this by 0.10 cents or 0.10, the reward, instead of getting today 90,000, in January you're only going to get just short of 50,000 return. So instead of tripling plus your money, you're going to double your money. Now that's still a great reward, don't get me wrong, But there's the difference, guys. There's the huge difference. It is so, so important. What I also want to stress to you guys, and here's the real thing. This is on your personal packages. So, guys, if you come in and you're passive and you don't bring anybody into the company and you buy one of these licenses and the value of the coin increases, you're going to make 2, 3, 4 times the money that you spent initially. But here's the key. Remember, we talked about that really important decision about you making that first initial purchase. It really is important, because if you start to bring your team into this business, then you're going to get commissions on sales. Now, let me just touch on that. Let's say Paul sponsored myself, and Paul's going to get 20% commission on the business from my involvement within DasCoin. Now, that's paid one of 2 ways. First of all, let's say I come in with a $5,000 package. Paul is going to get 20%, so he's going to get $1,000 commission. 60% of that $1,000, so $600, is going to be paid in cash, what Paul can either use to buy or he can withdraw to the bank. 40% of that $1,000 is going to be paid in cycles based on your original package that you bought. Now, this is the important bit, guys. If you bought the $5,000 package, then every team member that comes into your back office under your structure, you're going to get 2 upgrades on those commission cycles. Yeah? So if somebody comes in at 5,000, you actually do get 4,444 cycles. You times that by 2, that's 8,000 cycles. It gives you around 2,400 coins just based on that. But that's really important. If you join the company on a €100 package, then your commissions from that 40%, the cycles, you're only going to get 1 upgrade. So that's really important that you understand. If you haven't bought yet and you're looking at purchasing a package and you do have that affordability, then my advice is to go and buy the package that you can comfortably afford without any risk, because the rewards there are amazing. Yeah. Now, I just finally want to just close up on one thing here. That's not the be all and end all. We cannot increase our licenses in the same account at the moment. On the 18th of November, when the binary goes live, we get to buy and extend the number of licenses in one account. So if you joined at the €100 package, guys, and you're thinking, well, I could have bought the $5,000, not all is lost. Please, please do not worry, because on the 18th of November, you will be able to what we call upgrade. You'll be able to buy another license in that account, buy a $5,000 license, and your qualification for commissions and your personal package will increase to 2 upgrades on your 40% commissions, guys. So it's really, really important that you choose the right package now. But if you've already done that, don't worry, you will be able to upgrade that to a higher license come the November the 18th. Okay, Paul, I think we've kind of covered that there. And if there's any questions, guys, pop it in the box, and we will, between myself and Paul, we'll cover them a little bit later on. But back to you, my friend Paul.
Thank you, Fraser. That was as clear as crystal. So this was recorded as well, guys. So yesterday, this was the main topic after the call. Was to clarify that. So I think Fraser did a fantastic job there. And I see there is no questions in the box, so everybody understands today. Fantastic. So again, guys, tomorrow, 12 o'clock, Fraser will be doing the webinar tomorrow. And we might even mix it up and do something different, or we might change it around. But just so you know, these calls now are just to get things going, give people an overview on the business. But as we go forward, we're going to mix up the calls, mix up the speakers, mix up a bit of training, a bit of motivation, a bit of tactics. It's going to be a bit. So anyone's on the call who'd love to do a webinar, contact us. You know, we'd love to have you on here. A different voice is always good. So with that, Fraser, thank you for your time. Wait, there's a question just came in. With regard to the payment processor technology, will it be for DasCoin only, or will other cryptos like Bitcoin be included? Very good question, Alex. This will be for DasCoin and DasCoin only. We are the only cryptocurrency in the world who are working with Blair Baker, who's friends with the guys with the Apple Pay solution. So it will just be DasCoin. That gives us the power. So we'll be the first cryptocurrency, in my opinion, to go mainstream. And if you are a part of that, the first cryptocurrency to ever go mainstream, can you imagine what's going to happen in a few years? And what Fraser said, people, just think of this, guys. Think of compounding. Besides recommending, look at the power. But when you're out and recommending and doing a hard job, no, I wouldn't say hard job. It's a passion for me. It's not a job. Out telling people what you love. Every time they get paid, 60% goes in cash and 40% goes in commissions. So depending on what level you are, you're getting more cycles. Depending on what level you are. If you're up at the $5,000 level, you're getting 2 more cycles. If you're up at the, depending on what level yourself you're at. But look at all that extra coins you're getting from your team. People are forgetting this. People are saying, how much money can I make? Yes, the money's fantastic, 60%. But 40% is going back into compounding to buy you more coins. And if you're building a team, you're also getting paid off them. So can you imagine how many coins you'd have if you're a networker?
Yeah, I mean, Paul, just to cut in there. Sorry to cut in there.
Okay, no problem.
That was the thing that really, when I spoke to you the other night, that absolutely blew me away. Because most of the companies that we work for, we get commissions and commissions only. But here, we're getting paid in coins. And not only are we getting paid in commissions, but we're getting coins that are going to increase in value as the technology, the external market starts to grow the coin. So when I spoke to you the other day, that absolutely blew my mind that by sharing this, not only are we making money, but we're increasing our wealth within the system of DasCoin.
Yeah. 100%, and that's crucial, guys. Understand that, I think we've been online long enough. We've all seen some great companies and some companies who left us down. We've learned the hard way as well. But I think, guys, we have something special here. So with that, guys, I thank you all for the call. We'll see you back here tomorrow at 12 p.m. UK time. Thank you, Fraser, and take care, everyone.